Hey guys, it's Ken Maxfield, the Hide Guy, and here's your recap for the week ending August the 3rd. The harvest last week came in at 626,000 head, a little bit down from the week prior at 640 as packers continue to try to manage their bottom line by limiting the slaughter while maintaining the prices for box beef. We're also seeing some really strong demand from the export side on box beef, and that's allowing packers to put quite a bit of money in their pocket. So looking forward, we expect that slaughter to stay somewhere north of 625, probably even as high as 640, 645, depending on if they can keep that live cattle cost in line. One thing note about that harvest is a year ago it was 630, and again 626 last week. That's the first time all year we've come in below last year, so that might be something to keep an eye on. But I think it's just a 1 week anomaly there. Meanwhile, the export report last week was disappointing to say the least. Everybody had been expecting, we had a huge week of sales, plus they thought there's some sales carrying over from the week prior. That didn't come to fruition. Whole cattle hide sales last week were a whopping 350,000. Sales of wet blue, 8,900. So you put those together, 360,000 is not clearing the harvest, which was 640,000 the week in which we're talking about. So another week yet again where those producing hides did not clear the harvest. So makes it everyone become a little suspicious as to why they're all of a sudden, they being the processors, are saying this market is firm. We just really haven't seen the sales support that. So as far as interest last week, most people called it very sluggish. A little disappointing to be honest with you, whereas the week prior there was all kinds of bids, but few of those sales were put together because the ideas of buyers were way below the ideas of the sellers. So again, last week we saw a bit of a stalemate develop. Those selling hides were wanting to get at least steady with the last week, if not $1 higher, in some instances $2 higher. Most buyers appeared reluctant to follow. So overall, we would say it was a disappointing week of sales. Very unlikely that we saw the sales exceed the production. Quick trip around the globe. Down in Brazil, they're still struggling to liquidate all of their wet blue. Numerous reports of unsold material all over the place. If you're willing to consider buying not only TR1s, but also packaging it with TR2s, TR3s, we're being told that you can go ahead and almost name your price, especially if you're looking for quantity and willing to take it in a hurry. We did have some good news coming out of Australia where people were saying that they were getting things a little better interest, I should say, and it may be things at least steady, if maybe not $1 up off the bottom. So at least some hints of good news coming out of Australia. Europe, on the other hand, they're still laboring through their summer holidays. Italy is back, although they're not coming back strong. They're being very cautious because they're well aware of the downturn in the market and the pressure on prices. So they haven't jumped back into the swing of things like everyone thought they would. So end of the day, we're going to call the market a bit mixed. It's certainly not any better. Producers trying to hold it together best they can. As to what's going to happen this week, we tend to think maybe there's still a few more hides for sale than there is demand. At the end of the day, that's your 4-minute recap on the market. Have a good week.